Just in time for the new year. Welcome to another episode of Final Fantasy 15, A New Empire. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I have finally done it. My Citadel is now officially level 20. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, level 20. And yes, I kind of exiled myself for the sake of this monster slaying event. With the monster slaying event, if you kill a bunch of goblins, which I did off screen real quick, you get all types of rewards. So I'm going to show you kind of the benefits of that for those who were not aware. Very, very important to do because this is really the only reason I made it as far as I did. So basically, you get these rewards if you kill a goblin. And then basically what happens is you get a bunch of like hastily wrapped presents, well, meticulous, traditional, and clumsy, or yeah, clumsy. So you get all these rewards. So I'll show you what is actually inside. So let's take a look here. All right, so we're gonna go to my items for treasures. And yes, I'm gonna skip all the 99.99 BS because Lord knows I'll never be doing that in my life. So what happens here is you get to open these, and this is what you get. So for the meticulously wrapped presents, here's an example of what you can get. Boom! Look at all those resources. 3 million granite. That's tier 2, by the way. 20 million food. Like, look at all that goodness that you get. Help you build real quick or research. And if you get the traditionally wrapped presents, here's what you get. Some speed ups, which you might think, okay, big whoop. No, 4-day speed ups, 3-day speed ups, even some 12 hours are going to be good for those research that you're going to be doing with these. Then, of course, you have the clumsily wrapped presents. Guess what else you get? So much gold. You see that 3x 50,000 gold? Like, yeah, look at all that. That's some good stuff right there. That is really, really good stuff. And then, of course, with the hastily wrapped presents, you get the following. Guess what it is? That's right, Noctis Experience. Right now, this is the reason that I've probably gained around maybe 7 levels since the last time I made a video, was this by itself. Like, all these millions of, experience that I'm getting right now, I'll probably be able to level up once I'm done with this video and then be able to continue attacking, which is just freaking fantastic. Anytime that this game does events where if you slay a monster, you get gold, like every couple of hours, or you get like, resources and stuff like that, take advantage of that. This is the only time the game is going to be giving you freebies. Otherwise, you're going to be spending 99.99 on all of these, upgrades, where I've only spent about $25 at the most. But yes, the main point of the video, level 20 Citadel. What do you gain from being level 20 Citadel? Oh, good stuff, I must say. First and foremost, I mean, university, I'm all about that defense, so let's check out what kind of stuff you get. For economics, which is really important, you gain access to gain percentages in your tier 2 resources for growth. So if it's ever loads, I'll be able to show you what it actually looks like. There you go. See, it says coin production, there's lead production, your treasury, which is where you get gold every couple of hours. You get like 1%, but it can go up as you level and whatnot. Wheat production, granite production. So this is what you get. A part of what you get. Your farm production goes up. Um, quarry production. So a lot of these tier 2 stuff and other few added things go up. Eventually, once I level my Citadel a little bit higher, I'll be able to gain advanced gathering, essence production, resource cost efficiency, so on and so forth. And, it'll go down from there. What I've done to level these, specifically for economics and for my hero. Now, you don't get much for your hero. However, I just kind of want to show you a comparison. So right now, I have the ability to potentially unlock the level 4 monster. Here we go. Monster Tactics level 4. Right now, it's gonna. If I was to get it, and if I wasn't researching something already, this would cost me a lot of resources. You're looking at like 119 million gil, 138 million energy. I mean, this is ridiculous, right? Or I could spend 976,000 gold. Funny thing is, I could technically do this right now because if you look right above my little chat head, I have over 1 million gold. thanks to this wonderful, giveaways that this game is doing right now. I used to complain a lot about how this game, is always greedy, expecting you to spend $100 on everything, or you can just be patient and then wait for the appropriate events to get all the goods. Okay, but there's a plan I'm trying to make here. So with those boosts, and you don't need to do this for what I'm doing right now. I mean, you need to do this in general. If you've crafted the right weapon, you can actually equip something. Let's see, where is it? Here we go. The Trickster's Cowl. Basically, what this does, depending on the level, mine's a quality 4, or I call it level 4. At level 4 or 5, will basically, I think it's like 3 and 4 or something like that. But anyway, the one that I have reduces the cost of all my tier 1 and tier 2 resources down by 50% for economy and for research. So basically, that means if I was to equip it right now, and I'll show you what happens. Now, you remember that total that you saw earlier, right? Of how much it was going to cost me to get, level 4 monster? Let's go ahead and equip my hero with it real quick. Let's see, I'll get rid of this for now. I'm not in a hurry. Oh, wait, wrong one. It's helmet. There you go. Boom. Equip this bad boy. Now let's take a look at that cost. Let's go to hero. And this is really for your hero and for your economics, but we're doing a comparison here. Level 4. Boom. That 100 and some thousand just changed to 90, or 113 million just changed to 79 million, 92 million. It actually lowered the cost of my tier 1 resources, which of course then also reduces how much gold I would have to pay to make up for it. So this is what I've been doing, is just equipping that to, you know, research all of my economics. I haven't done any much extra with my hero because I was already here prior to getting to this point. But if I decide to get Monster Tactics 4, which would be important because there's a few things below it that would be really, really nice. But there's a few things that have been kind of distracting me, and I'll show you what they are. So let's go ahead and go to combat. So there's other things that you can get being level 20. Being level 20 gives you access to, yes, ladies and gentlemen, tier 3 units. I've already got Siege, and I actually just got Warrior recently. So the next things that I need to get done is basically Mage and Cavalry. Now, the equipment that I currently have on will not reduce the cost of this. It's only for economics and your hero. Everything else you're gonna have to pay whatever the value is. So I'm gonna have to come up with all these tier 2 resources plus 62 million energy. I can't reduce that cost. If there's an item that does it, I just don't have it, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, this did cost me quite a bit, to get to the, you know, warrior level 3. But I'll be getting all these soon. The other really important thing that you gain access to is things for your defense. And I've already had the level 10s of all of these, so this isn't it. However, what's really important are that's right, the fire pits, the lightning pits, and the ice pits. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you get to have stronger trap defenses, which is one of the biggest things I was looking forward to. It was having tier 3 resources and strong and tier 3 traps. This is going to help a lot when defending myself against people who are trying to, steal and bash my hero, things like that. So that's freaking awesome. Okay, so you're going to definitely want to get this taken care of as well. Oh, just to give you a preview of what it's going to cost. It's going to be a lot, but not nearly as much as some of the other stuff that I've shown. So, but it is still a lot. So, prepare to have to get a lot of resources. By the way, ideally, the best way to get these kind of resources is stuff in advance that give you like X amount of, resources, gold, things like that. I've spent lots and lots of gold to do a lot of what I have right now. Another thing that ideally would be great is if your guild can, help you get resources. Unfortunately, my guild has not been able to help me lately, which, is a thing. So I've been doing it myself, and it's been working out. But ideally, as a guild, you should be able to help each other out. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of being in a guild. Oh, and there's actually one more thing that I forgot to mention. You also gain access to crafting, which I haven't done yet, but I plan on doing this once I get some of the core things I'm trying to work on done. So you can, for example, I guess I'm not 100% sure what exactly this does. It says something about level 1 to 30 helmet stat multiplier. I will probably have to do a video on this another day because I don't quite understand this. I've never done this, so I don't know. But it's supposed to be something good. That's all I can say for now until I actually start working on it. Um, so I'm basically what I went ahead and did is so I could house a lot of tier 3 troops. I made just about a good ton of farms again. I got rid of some of the other buildings just because they weren't really doing much anyway, especially when you need tier 2 resources. What you're able to produce at first is just not enough. It really isn't. Like, you literally have to gather, or no, sorry, not gather. You literally have to either be able to trade with your guildmates or get it through slaying monsters or whatnot. Like, there's no fast way to get stuff. Like, with all these farms that I have, I'm only producing 952 per hour, which I'm sorry, 12,461 per hour, which isn't really isn't a lot. Like, if I was to build more tier 3 resources, I would have to break down more of my buildings to be able to house them. So what I'm doing right now is I'm also working on getting the Citadel level 21 and then eventually Citadel level 22, so that I can actually up the production rate of my tier 2 resources so that I don't have to have so many farms. Also, in a previous video, I think there was some comments that me and someone was talking about as far as what's a good balance between like hospitals, banks, and training grounds. And I'll be honest with you, I've been doing okay with just 3 training grounds. Or I'm sorry, is it training grounds? I'm sorry. I've been doing good with just 3 sets of barracks, which is great. I haven't really needed more, to be perfectly honest. I just have mostly it focused on coin and then just one hospital. Because, I mean, I need the coins to do lots of different things, especially in the future. Now that I have everything's going to cost tier 2 resources, that coinages for research is going to be huge. So really, you just need like one. For me, I only need one hospital and about 3 of these barracks. Everything else could just be coins, which I think is like probably like 10 or so. So that's kind of the ratio that I'm doing. If you're still watching my videos, maybe you could try this. Maybe it'll work out for you too. So, that's going to be a good thing. And then, of course, this wouldn't be one of my classic videos if I didn't show off a little bit of defense, right? Let's go ahead and do that. By the way, my power is finally over 1 million. I'm really, really happy and proud to see that, just in a matter of days, because of all this goblin stuff, I've been able to push so much. So thanks, makers of this game, for giving us some freebies. I appreciate it a lot. You've helped me to build up because of it. Otherwise, I'd still be stuck at like 19. Because again, there was no way to get what I was getting where I was at. I wasn't getting any help from my guildmates, and I wasn't really able to produce enough of what I needed to get to 20. Because you need a lot. You need a whole lot. Anyway, so let's go and look at some defense. Because that's what I'm all about. And give me a sec. I need to drink some water. Okay, never mind. I apparently didn't bring my water with me. Alright, we'll just make do. So, this is prior to me gaining level 20. I think at this time I was level 18, and my opponent was level 23. This was an RVR that happened a couple weeks ago. As you can tell, this was actually, it was like almost a month ago, December the 9th. Someone attacked me multiple times and lost every single time. It was great. So the first thing he did is he tried to scout me, which you can tell right here. I intercepted it, which was great. And then boom, this is where the attack started. So he attacked me, and I just happened to be logging in. So I set up my, defensive boost to Cactuar 1 because, I come prepared. Especially if it gets to level 23. If you're only 5 levels higher than me, I might be able to defend myself against you, at least at that time. But anyway, let's take a look at them stats. So I lost about Let's see. I lost 27,000 power. He lost 72,000 power. So let's take a look at the battle details of this fight. So he's attacking me with tier 3s, a good mixture of cavalry, mage, and warrior tier 3 troops, which you think wouldn't be so bad. But because of my defensive boost and the fact that I was just prepared, um, I was actually, and I had traps too, tier 2, of course. I was actually able to kill a lot more of the units than he could kill, which was great. This is how basically you can throw people off. And this continued to happen over and over and over. As a matter of fact, if we delete this, go to the next one, boom. I lost 27,000, he lost 75,000 power. Looking at battle details, he sent more tier 3 stuff. He even sent siege engines to try to deal with my traps. I still got the better of him, destroying many of his units. And at this point, after the second attack, I actually started rebuilding my. Either the second or third attack, I started rebuilding my traps again. Just you know, have some added demons. I had extra gold due to other events, so I could afford to just spend gold right away and rebuild. This was more of an even match. 31,000 power I lost against his 44,000. Looking at them details, he sent some, tier 3 stuff at me. I was still able to rebuild and, take him down. So, that was pretty cool. And then, of course, due to that, I ended up getting invaders, honorary prize, because when you're an RVR and you're able to even defend yourself well, you still get points, which is exactly why I do this. Because you can actually sit on your butt and still gain, tier rewards. This time I only lost 18k. He lost like 78k. I mean, he was persistent, and honestly, he was parked right on top of me, like literally like an inch ahead of me. He was just like the spot above me, just constantly sending stuff, and I'm constantly defending and building and whatnot. And I just kept slaughtering his troops. I mean, it was great. I mean, he was losing tens of thousands of units. While I mean, I was losing some stuff too, but I mean, I was definitely winning at the end of the day. And like I said, every single one of these 15k loss versus his 42k loss, and never he was sending him his tier 3s. My tier 2 units and tier 2 traps were taking him down. Well, this time I think my element traps were gone. I hadn't rebuilt yet. Um, or I may have just gotten distracted or something, or I didn't care anymore. And he just kept at it. He was so persistent. I lost 14k. He lost 74k. You know, I mean, look at, and plus I had like, tens of thousands of units to back me up on top of my defensive, boost. So like, you know, he wasn't really able to just get through at all, which was great. Um, so just kind of moving on. I lost 14k. He lost 77k. You know what I mean? I mean, and this is why I tell everybody: even if you have tier 2 troops, you can still defend yourself if one, you're logged in, and two, you have your defenses built up and a lot of troops. You have to have a lot of troops too. That makes a big difference. Like if I didn't have like 70,000 troops, I probably wouldn't have done this well on top of my defenses. Which is why I was able to. My tier 2s were able to defend against his tier 3s really well. Of course, once again, I lose 23,000. He loses 41. So this is more of a close match. I think at this point he actually upped his troop capacity, because now it's 5,000 apiece instead of like 3,000 apiece. I may be wrong, but I mean he was trying hard, like really hard, but just wasn't able to. Ooh, and I got some gems out of that too. Sometimes you get rewards for winning. I lost 21. He lost 68. I mean, again, he's constantly sending all those tier 3s at me. I mean, he was trying. I mean, he's the little engine that could. I'm telling you, like, he was really trying. And then, of course, because of all my constant victories and the fact that I was making him lose so much power, I gained more prizes, which was great. And then, of course, he went at me again. 34,000 versus 54,000 that was lost. So this was more of a close battle. Again, he's sending in, I think, probably more units than normal. But, I'm still winning. So, that's the thing. So we'll delete that. I got a gem out of that. And then, of course, at the very end of the battle, he scouted me again to try to figure out why he was losing. So I like showing these videos off because this basically just shows you that even if you're not like the highest level, you can still defend yourself. Now, yeah, if he was someone that was like level like 40 with like tier 5 troops, no, I wouldn't stand the chance. As a matter of fact, after he left, somebody with tier 5 troops like destroyed me hard. Like I lost everything. So, or almost everything. So, I mean, you're not invincible, you're not unstoppable, but you can still defend yourself pretty well against people that are just a little bit higher than you. Which is really the point, is to be able to somewhat defend yourself. So I hope, this helped you out as far as helping you to figure out how to defend yourself at the very least if you're not a very aggressive player and you just want to be able to do your thing without being, hurt too much. If you're in a situation, like if you're like in a war between guilds or RVR, and you don't want to lose your hero, I recommend doing a ghost rally. If you're not too sure what it is, basically what you do is you tap on a unit. I think I showed it last time. You click rally and you pick how long you want to wait. I'd recommend 8 hours and just let them sit. And when you're ready to attack, cancel the rally, attack monsters, reset up your rally, or your fake rally. So that's something you can do if you don't want to do what I'm doing. I like to keep my hero in base just to try to help defend. If I notice that like I'm getting really beat pretty hard, then I'll do a ghost rally myself because I'm not trying to lose my hero. So, but yes, thanks to this event, I've now gotten to the point to where my hero, like I said, I think I gained 7 levels, and I'm probably going to be able to gain another level right now. Well, let's just double check. Yeah, I think I actually might be able to do this. We'll just do this on screen. And because of my constant leveling, I've been really working on my food production and my troop HP bonus, which is also what helps keep you alive and defense really, really well. There we go, 750k, which is a lot. 1.25 million, which is getting me up to 8 million. But I need like 11 more I need basically 3 more million. I can get to the next level. 9.7 million. And then they got 50k out of randomness. And then they got 2 million. Okay, so I can definitely level up if I want to. I'm not going to actually do this on screen only because I want to actually map out what goblins I'm going to attack so that I can get more of these resources. Because this is basically what I've been doing. I've been like attacking a lot of goblins, using the resources to level up, attack again. Of course, if I attack again with what I have like over and over, I'm not gonna be able to level up right away, but hopefully I'll be able to level it up and enough to get some of the more good spoils, more gold, more resources, more everything. And I recommend you guys to do something similar to this as well, because I don't know how long these goblins are going to be around. So take advantage of it while you still can. Now, if you're watching this video too late, then sorry that you didn't get this alert earlier. But other than that, I mean, that's really the biggest things is you can build up your traps, tier 3 traps, tier 3 units when you get to level 20, tier 2 resources for, production. Hopefully I'll be able to level up a little bit faster, which I should be with all of this gold. 1.4 million. I never thought I'd even have that much gold. I thought I had to spend like 99.99 to get there, but thankfully, if you're patient and you log in at the right time period, sometimes like I said, they have monster slaying events where you can get like 1,500 gold and some resources. Or right now, if you kill goblins, you get a tons of stuff. Holidays are a big deal. I mean, all the way from like Halloween to like New Year's, the game has really been like giving. And then of course in this event, if you're trying to slay goblins, I recommend teleporting away from your hive if you're in a hive to something a little more secluded so you don't have a lot of competition. Like I said, I was able to kill a lot of these goblins without any kind of, distraction. So I can kill a level 2 here. I got level 1 I can kill there. So I'm definitely going to be hitting goblins. Now, another thing, too, that you may be wondering is, do I get more resources by killing a higher level goblin? The answer is actually no. What prize you get is actually random. I've gotten more from a level 1 than a level 3 before. So I learned that the best thing to do is just to keep attacking the lowest level ones possible so that you can get the most benefit out of it. Because slaying a level 3 does not guarantee you higher rewards. So that's why I've been looking for 1s. If not, then I get the 2s. You know what I mean? And then worst case scenario, which I only did once or twice. I may go for a three, but typically you want ones and twos so you can potentially level up faster, things like that. So there you go. Now, in normal cases, slaying a tier three monster is usually better, but in this case, you're better off hitting like lower level monsters. So hopefully, all this was helpful to you. I'm really grateful that I've been able to, get all these resources, continue to make these videos so that it gives hope for everybody else to say, hey, I can play this game and I can do well too. Like I said, I'm going to be the defender one day. We'll see what happens. As far as when the next video is going to come, I can't necessarily say when. It just depends on what happens. If I get another good, defensive video that I can make, I may do another one of those. If I reach a certain level Citadel, I may do something like that. We'll just see. But other than that, Happy New Year, everybody. 2017 was a great year for me. I'm hoping 2018 is going to be just as great. Just kind of give you a brief rundown for 2017. This was a year that I bought a new car. This is a year that I went to Video Games Live, which was on my bucket list. Lots of good things happened to me. And then for 2018, I am going to PAX South. Thanks to my boy Handy Kill Cam, so shout outs. We're going to be helping out in the Able Gamers booth. So for those of you that are going to be in San Antonio the week of the 12th through the 14th, I believe, we will be at PAX South. So hopefully, me and my podcast co host Handy Kill Cam will see you there. We may do some stuff. We'll see what happens. And other than that, I think that's going to be about it. So Happy New Year. You guys take it easy. Later, y'all.